Right, well, back as promised, this is the next installment of The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt, New Game Plus feature, all DLCs. Just finished off curing Vivian's Curse in the previous stream, quite a short stream. It's all part and parcel of the tournament. I wish there is another video for the tournament as well. But I decided that I was going to save it at this point and then start with a fight, because I'm aware that this guy here is going to challenge me to a duel of some description now that I've completed all of his tasks, and to hopefully get the sword that's floating around in the water there. I shall wait until a few people turn up, as promised. So we'll probably get going in about 5 minutes. I'm going to take this opportunity to express how I've really enjoyed this game from start to finish. Certainly, I only have one criticism, and it's the horse is stupid. Roach, the horse, any horse riding in this game is just appallingly stupid. Roach gets frightened at a tree branch, a rock, a blade of grass. You'd be riding along at full gallop, and you come to a bridge, and clearly the path is there going across the bridge, but the horse will still yet stop and bay, so to say, "Oh, I'm afraid of this," even though he's wearing blinkers, which are supposed to prevent him from being afraid of what's coming in at the side, because that's where the horse's eyes are, they're on the side of the heads. This is because of predators, so they can see a good almost all the way around, as well as in front. But yeah, no, this horse will basically just stop for no reason at all. Yeah. Everything about this game is fantastic, with the exception of the horse riding, which for some strange reason the horse is dumb. I appreciate and understand that horses aren't exactly the brightest sort of animals, but I probably beg to differ for that. I'd probably you probably get some horse fanciers who will say, actually, no, horses are really quite intelligent, and yeah, I probably actually I could believe that. But in this game, apparently, horses get frightened of their own shadows. Yeah, the blinkers that you put on the horse should have factored into its possible chance to be startled from a wooden post stuck up from a bridge, or a blade of grass, or a branch on a tree, or a rock. I get it that it will stop if you try and ride off a cliff. That's it's quite intelligent of a horse to be able to do that, but not you're riding through the countryside and all of a sudden it just stops for no apparent reason, bays, and all it is a tree in front of you, and it's like, we'll go around the tree, And also sometimes when you're riding along through the countryside, across not on the paths, but it'll start just doing circles. It'll literally, I've tried this. It will just do circles, large circles, because it doesn't know how to get past the terrain that's in front of it. Really stupid. It's not intelligent at all, isn't the system for the horse? And yet a horse will quite happily run, gallop through brush. Anyway, enough of that, I guess. I don't know if there's enough money in the game. If you start from the very beginning, on the first playthrough I found it a bit difficult making money. Certainly became easier on the second playthrough. The Out of the Hearts of Stone and the Blood and Wine DLCs, I really thoroughly enjoyed the Hearts of Stone DLC. That was just like, whew, amazing. When it comes to extra content, They're knocking, you know, they're blowing companies like Bethesda out of the water with Fallout, you know, is that example. The DLC, the Hearts of Stone DLC is top notch, really worth every penny. Really worth every penny. Right, well, I've got some people that have just joined us. So I'm going to start up with this. It's been 5 minutes since the stream's been going live. So, a quick introduction. I'm Deathchester from Hyel Yeh Gaming, and this is the Witcher 3 Old DLC's new Game Plus feature. We're just about to currently go and speak to this hermit in a pool to get some form of special sword. The quest is called There Can Be Only One. You had to do several sort of like a heraldic, chivalric rather, virtue things, and these stones here tell you what you need to perform out in the real world, or rather in the game world, that is. By the time you get to this, you should have already maybe done at least 2 or 3 of them. And finishing off with the final 2 is pretty easy. You can do one by saving the old woman that is a wight. If you make the correct choices there, you can save her, and I believe that actually counts towards one of them. I think that's compassion. Sorry, compassion. There's another one which is you do during the tournament, and I think that's your valor or your honor one. But anyway, we'll get started with this. Actually, just hold on a second before we do start on this. I think my difficulty reset itself for some reason. Just double check. Yeah. Oh, it did. There we go. Don't want this to be a blow or pushover. Okay, so sorry about that. Difficulty had reset at some point. I thought those panthers were just too easy going down. Must have been from a previous save that I fired up and showed a friend. Must have used a save that was an easier difficulty. Anyway, we'll get started with this. So we want food, buffs, out of exploding bolts. Are you sure I'm out of exploding bolts? Oh shit. Tell you what. Bear with me a sec, folks. I'm just going to load that back up. So I'm not blinding myself with a potion that I accidentally just took. Rather stupid of me. I am intending, once I've done this, to start again and go through on Death March. Right, so try that again, shall we? Difficulty. There we go. It's saved now on the right difficulty. We hope. Put the sword. Everything else is fine. Put my glasses back on. I've only got masters. Oh no, I haven't got some there. Pretty sure he's not a vampire.
You have proven the 5 chivalric virtues dwell in your heart.
Mean the sword's mine? I can dive in and take it?
The sword deserves the hand of a master. You must prove your skills are worthy through combat atop the water's surface. Are you ready?
Anytime.
Then draw your blade.
My favorite part of the...
You have proven worthy of wielding the blade, beyond all doubt.
Right, well, I wasn't getting any hits on him. It was so difficult trying to keep up to him. We just had so many knockbacks. But all I needed to do was survive, not defeat him.
Behold, your Aerondight.
We've met before.
Certainly. The hermit admitted he knew you, remember?
The Lady of the Lake.
It is I. Forget not that you are a man right and honorable, devoted to doing good. And for these reasons you received the blade. Now bear it. And I trust this time you shall not lose it.
Just wonderful.
Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to get some sockets put in that. Going to be expensive putting sockets in this thing.
Ooh!
You'll frighten the kiddies.
The world's never-ending creation be praised.
Wouldn't mind a glance at what you got. Thanks. So long.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a witcher by the toe. If he sees you, let him go. Run away.
So, new Aerondight, socketed and enchanted. And I came here and I forgot to go home first. I need to go home and put my stuff on the wall. I have stuff to put on the wall. Champion sword from the tournament. Crappy shield that witches never use from the tournament.
I'd rather be an eagle than
My old sword.
Yes, I should.
Should put the old sword. Sticky egg. Geralt's sword a second, actually. 846. 49. It's no odds. I need another armor dummy. Is there any more armor dummies? It's really... Geralt's shield. Is that right? Just them ones? They're all full. If there's any in the bedroom. No. However, I will get some buffs. Have I got anything else in my image that I could do with not having? Just the armor, really. And I've gone and fully upgraded the house. Stick that. Take a seat. Let's 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, 7 in the...
I liked you from the start.
Yeah, I'm missing that juice. Again, the flavoured something or other juice.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alright, let's go talk to the boot black shoe shine boy. New Game Plus. It's the feature that you get with The Witcher 3. Once you've completed the main storyline, and then you can save the game afterwards. You can then restart the game with that save that you just made, and then start from afresh. All the stuff you've got on your character and all the stuff that's in your stash gets transferred to the new character that you've just created as part of the game. And you can, I guess it's a way of making sure, is it this way around? Yes, this way around. It's a way that you can play the game again, but don't have to start right from the very beginning at scratch. No. Zero gear, zero money.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle
That's
weather.
what New Game Plus is.
I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morning, so folks will dirty their boots go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
A witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well, which is all the same to me.
Let! We'll break your legs!
Come on, come closer.
Now! Now, front the gate!
Crying out loud. And she killed me.
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather! I've seen you! You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morning, so folks will dirty their boots go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
A witcher, and I'd advise you to go back where you came from.
I thought witches defend men from monsters, not cheats from justice.
Need to talk to the boy.
You can chat to him all you like, after we tan his hide. So stand down.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well, which is all the same to me.
Any last words?
We'll break your legs, vagrant! Teach
You to help stop claws and cheeks.
Now! Now, front the gate!
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast, on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
Obstructing my investigation.
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official
Yeah, that's what you
business.
get for picking on me, you bastards.
Come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots while you stand guard. And as you're the stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
I've got to make a living somehow, so what say you, sir? Partners?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please. So then, who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival? Indeed. I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say 500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding me. What would you even do with that kind of coin?
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine. Have a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. You'll tell me what you know, for free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. As you wish, sir. I know the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
Know where I might find him?
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's Cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort. Earn piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art, true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking. Might happen on a lead.
Would you let me scrape the dirt off your kickers before you go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
Oh, blimey.
Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, "Dettlaff, I'm coming for you." A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull. Come.
Toy workshop.
He here? Sense him.
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around. Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime. Somebody fixed this recently.
I find these...
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Nice little trinket. Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys. Attic, let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Dettlaff van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renowed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
I don't know.
There you have it.
To answer your question,
Dettlaff
I've got no idea
not of his
what
own
the
accord.
prize is
A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
that you can find in the house. I really don't know. Sorry.
Any idea what it could be? Dettlaff have any enemies?
Indeed. Dettlaff gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Dettlaff yourself. Whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came around to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Dettlaff's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Dettlaff have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Dettlaff is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Dettlaff ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renoed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find her.
Even if Renoed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more. Somebody fixed this recently. No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renoed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though. Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count de Lacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all.
I thought the main story was
come from whoever wrote the letter.
Okay.
Using the same ink.
Wasn't as good as Hearts of Stone, but it was.
See the color. Ink was dyed
Well,
with
the fights
silver
were
light.
pretty intense.
Rare
They were
mineral,
hard work.
Pretty much found only in
Nazaire, but I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink, and not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See, you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renowed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No. He'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
Who would have thought? Knights trading in wine, while some witcher guards the common.
Summoning a witcher? Was that
Oh,
truly necessary?
Hero, get out stream.
Respect Lepiota. Man's root for lust is the coin of all evil.
A witcher. That could only mean trouble.
You are the famed Geralt of Rivia, are you not?
Mom? Where are ya?
Your Grace, I have doubled the guard. The palace is...
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Ha! Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. certain death.
To a lone witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it. Ha.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free, or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnap the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Retour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Sonreal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Sonreal. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Sonreal, it is Sonreal. We must ride to Castel Ravello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait, your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Well, I'm going to bring this particular stream to a close. It's getting late, and I started to nod off during that cutscene. Thank you very much for joining us.
We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace!
I'm going to save it after this little fight.
Be gone! Save us!
Where are you going?
Beast! Be gone! Help! Save us!
Okay.
Done. Time to move on.
Killed.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunate
Thank you.
we happened
You
by.
saved our lives.
Hooray!
Yeah, as I was saying,
Tell me more about this vineyard.
started dozing off during that fight, so what I'm going
It's
to do
the
is I'm
best
going
in
to save
Maltese.
it, the
An old
game,
master of the
and
wine making
close the
called
stream
Francis.
down before we get to
Fabricio.
the vineyard, so I can
Has
pick
held
it up
us
from there on.
posted for years.
I'd like to say thank you for everybody who's joined me this evening. I'm Deathchester from Hyel Yeh Gaming, and this is The Witcher 3. All DLCs, the new game plus feature. Thank you very much for your presence, and hope you've enjoyed the stream for your viewing pleasure. Good night.